Anyone there? Just give us a little smile or a hello so I know this is working. Afternoon, Paul. Good to see you. Hi, Jackie. Oh, fantastic. Good to see there's some people on here. Hi, Sue. Lovely to see you. Oh, God. How nice to see you, Mandy. It's been a while. Okay, everyone. Great to see you. Great to see there's a few people that's joined my live session today. Had a few concerns that this was going to not work today, so I'm glad that this is working. So great to see you all on here. I've got a half an hour with you today, which is for a great charity, a great cause today, helping so many people in many different ways. So that's fantastic. As we're all struggling right now with this coronavirus situation, it's great that we can sort of still use technology to bring out some positivity to everyone's lives, and that's fantastic in that sense. So I'm just going to do a few connections today, as we've only got a short period of time. I'm just going to see where this leads us. Spirit always has different understandings in respect to what needs to be said, with love and compassion as always, you know. So that's the great understanding beyond this physical world. First of all, I'm just going to go whatever name comes through on this live content today that I'm drawn to, or spirit make me aware of being drawn to, and I'm just going to go with that feeling. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to have a quick glance through the list at the moment. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, Lynn Sampson, good to see you. I'm gonna start with you, if that's okay. Today, I'm getting drawn to you. I'm just getting a real strong vibe towards like the connection of love around you at the moment. I'm being made aware of a lady around you, Lynn, at the moment. She's making herself aware to me in this very moment. She's showing and making me aware. My voice does go when spirit come through. There's an emotional feeling coming through my throat chakra as we speak. A real loving lady that's coming to me for you, Lynn. She's showing herself roughly at the age of 60, 60 going on towards late 70s. I'm putting my head on the block saying that, but that's the sort of age she presents herself to me as she comes through right now. She's making me aware of a ring on a finger. Whether this is to do with a wedding ring or to do with an actual event that's coming up for you in roughly, she's making me aware in the next couple months or so. There's an event. It's more of like a celebration feeling she's given me. She's making me aware of ticker tape, you know, like blue, yellow, red, yellow, different colors coming falling on me, a bit like confetti. That's what she's making me aware of for you. So there's some kind of celebration or some kind of event that she's making me aware that you're going to be looking forward to going forwards. Now, don't ask me what this is, because it makes me aware that it's not to do with these current restrictions. It's beyond the restrictions. She's making me aware you would know what this means, but you need to think outside the box a bit as well. She's making me very aware that you're out and about at the moment. Sorry, a bit of emotion coming in there. Out and about at the moment, and she's actually walking with you at the moment. She's making me aware of really vast green spaces with you, and she's taking me towards water as well. I'm just gonna have a quick drink for a sec. She's taking me towards water with you, like lakes and rivers and things. So I don't know if you're near like fish or birds or different kinds of settings, but outside, not a pond in a garden or a water feature. This is like a river or a lake with reeds and bulrushes and things like that. So she's taking me and making me aware that I'm looking through her eyes. She's coming through to me with a feeling like a grandmother feeling around you, because the emotion is really strong. Sorry. Yeah, she's very strong, very passionate for you as in this respect. as she's backed off a bit now, so the emotion's gone away, so that's great. But very loving lady. I'm getting the name Jean as well, and also Jill. There's a J sounding name there. I'm not guessing, but I do feel there's a Jean or a Jill name that would be important around you at the moment. She's referring to in respect to you. So I'm just going to give that message a slight break, put the brakes on a bit now because she wants to talk, but I'm going to leave it there. Lots of love and compassion and peace, but she's saying you're in the right place at the moment. She's saying don't question your thoughts, you're in the right place. Really lovely lady, but I'm going to send her love and wish she's wishing you well, and I'm going to leave it there with that particular message for you today, Lynn. So I hope you got something positive out of that. Okay, right, thanks very much. We're going to move on now. I'm going to change contacts, change links, and I'm going to go down on my list now and see where I'm drawn to. Okay, so Deborah Lee, I'm now getting drawn to you. Lovely to see you on here today. Great to see you a few months back when we did our mediumship one-to-one session together, so that was fantastic. So I'm just getting that connection coming in now. I've got a gentleman coming in for you, Deborah. Very, I would say, quite. He's making me aware that he's. When you say a tall man or a short man, you know, it's whether it's irrelevant in spirit, but it's relevant to us because that's how we remember them. But at the end of the day, spirit is energy, but they need to manifest the physical understanding to get the message across to us. He's coming across sort of 5'10", 5'11" kind of height, this gentleman. He's making me aware, this gentleman for you, Deborah, that he used to work with his hands. I do feel that he's, well, yeah, I would say he's worked on the land or something like that, because he's showing me a picture of a field. Now, this may make more sense to you, but it reminds me of a memory, because he's taken me to like a farm, and it looks like, I would say it looks like a ploughed field. That's the only way I can describe this with this gentleman, what he's presenting to me right now. I'm getting drawn to tractors and combine harvesters, that kind of thing with this gentleman. So I don't know if this gives you some kind of memory, whether this was to do with what he did as a job. It's making me feel that it's more to do with a communication through a memory or through a joke or something in respect to this memory that he's putting into my head. He's also making me aware of someone slipping over or a joke or someone was laughing or something in the past, because he's showing me either himself or someone else, even possibly you back along many years ago or a few years ago, where you had wellies on or boots on or walking boots, something of that description, because it didn't matter if you had mud on your shoes or your boots. Very distinctive message coming through with respect to a memory and connection through this gentleman. He is making me aware of a cap or something that he used to wear, whether this was something outside or whether this was only on a certain occasions, but he's putting a cap on my head. It looks a bit like a farmer's cap, because it looks like it's got checkered kind of pattern on the cap, so it's particularly distinctive in that respect. Sorry, the phone's going now. So in that respect, I'm also getting through a clairsentient feeling through this gentleman. He's making me aware of the name also Ted or Edward as well. So I don't know if that has any bearing to this gentleman's name or someone that's around you with that name. He's making me also aware of a smell, a distinctive smell, like a musty smell, but he's also making me feel that he's not an untidy man or unclean man. Don't get me wrong. It's not saying he smells, but I'm saying that there's a distinctive smell around this gentleman. I do feel that he would be smart on certain occasions and he would like to dress smart, but he also is presenting himself to me today as if he was in casual clothes, like a gilet or a jumper or a pair of jeans, something like workers' clothes, working man's clothes, or casual clothes, if you like. Very creative man, I feel, creative mind, and also that I do feel that would stem to his hands, whether he's creative with his work or creative, but also in other ways, like an artistic side of him, this gentleman. emotion there as well with him, but not as much as the past contact that I just had. But lovely man. I feel that he could tell you loads of different stories. His life was like a story. He's telling me. I feel there's like stories that would go back beyond like what beyond the 20th century, if you like. You know, at times where before the internet, before mobile phones, when telephones you would have to hit one button and ring the operator. That, you know, that kind of life. It was a completely different world. But I'm gonna finish there, Deborah, if that's okay, because I know we've only got a short period of time, so we're halfway through this live already today. So I'm going to leave it there. He's sending his love on my behalf for him, but of course you're aware of his love anyway, I'm sure. But one last thing before I cut this contact with you, Deborah, he's making me aware that there's things going on in your house, where there's movement, physical mediumship, I call that, or something like the settee would drop down, or the bed might drop down a little bit, just to make you aware of his presence, that he's actually manifesting a physical energy around him, giving you the sense that he's around. So if you're aware of movement, or you are aware of it, or you haven't been aware of it, and that awareness is going to happen, if it isn't, then please be aware of his energy, because he's helping you, especially at this moment, in making decisions about things. So I'm going to leave it there, Deborah. Thanks for working with me, and I'm now going to have a drink, and I'm going to try and find another contact. Okay, right. Okay, Jan Baker. I've never met you before, but thanks for coming on to this live, and hello to you. So Jan, I'm just getting a slight change of vibration coming in here, because I'm getting a feeling of a real, I'm going to say elegant lady coming through. Now, what I mean by elegant, she presents herself in quite a slim kind of physical physique that she's showing me. A very slim lady's coming through. I'm not going to say she's very old, because I don't want to lie, and I'm not going to lie. And she's coming through, I'm going to say roughly about, cool, I'm going to put my head on the block with this contact as well, but I'm going to say sort of early 50s, maybe mid to late 40s. Not a very old lady presenting herself to me for you, Jan, today, but she's making me aware either of yourself. I might go back and ask her in a minute, but at the moment in time, she's making me aware of a stomach complaint. Now, whether she had a cancer condition, or there's someone around you suffering from a cancer condition that's mainly focusing around the bowel or the stomach or the midriff region. You can't see me on my camera, but around the sort of the stomach region. And she's making me feel a little bit uncomfortable around my stomach region, Jan, okay? So there's an understanding. She's showing me a red cross now, this lady coming in. She's showing me to do with a medical environment, like the hospital or a hospice. I'm not trying to make this fit, but hospice does go with cancers, when people go there for their last few moments in this physical world. But she is making me aware of this information that I'm wanting, and she's making me share and be focused on sharing this with you with confidence. She's helping me, this lady, for you, Jan, which is really nice of her, because this is the first time I've had this contact with this lady with you and for yourself today. And she's basically filling me with confidence as well, which yeah, I'm not gonna turn down more confidence when doing spiritual work, which is really nice of her. She is bringing in an understanding with this feeling to do with the stomach region. So she is taking me into an understanding around a hospital or hospice environment as well. So and she's showing me a vision of her lying in bed with, don't want to go into too much detail because it is a little bit emotional for you and for me in respect to that, but I'm just seeing her with tubes and different, and breathing or something going into the mouth like a tube, or up the nose or something, in a hospital environment. Okay, so it just reminds me and gives me understanding that she's relaying this information to build a bigger picture about what herself and what she's bringing through for you today, Jan. Okay, so she's bringing me a bunch of flowers to give to you. Don't know what this means. I'm just going to give what they're giving me. And there's a lot of pink, so I'm glad that I'm wearing the right shirt for you today, Jan. There's a lot of pink, a lot of love, a lot of compassion, not only with the event today, but also with what she's bringing through. And a lot of a very pungent smell is coming through with her. Not nasty, but definitely like a perfume or a pot puree smell. She's coming in. So whether this lady, I feel she used to dress quite well, and she used to, it's very, like I said before, very elegant. I feel that she used to put a nice dress on, a nice blouse on, or a nice frock, whatever words you want to call. I feel that I want to go out and socialize when I did feel healthy and when I did feel really well in my life. She wasn't short of friends, this lady. I do feel that she used to lay her heart on her sleeve, this lady, and she used to be a really good listener, this lady, Jan, who's coming through as well. She makes me feel that she's not only a family member, but she's also a really good friend as well. She comes across as both. So it makes me have to really work hard with this contact to know whether she's a friend of yours or whether she's a loved one. But I believe that's actually both. She's making me aware that there's an understanding there's both answers would be correct in saying so. She's showing me with a necklace on her, whether it's pearls or a nice sort of mother of pearl, or that kind of necklace that she's got on for you, Jan. So very, very immaculate lady with the way she presents herself, and in how she dresses, the way she presents herself, in her way she talks, her vocabulary, but also the way her sound of her voice is very, very calming, very serene. But at the same time, she could pack a punch as well. She's telling me she can be quite strict, and she can be, I would say, a little bit blunt with certain ways she would say certain things. But in respect to that, she is not. She's a lovely person, and Jan, I just want to leave her energy with you today, because she's making me aware finally, before I cut this link with you, and they don't want to cut the link when they create the link with and that is that she knows that you're suffering a little bit at the moment. Your emotions, she's making me aware, Jan, is a little bit up in the air at the moment. There's a lot of, she's showing me a symbolic understanding of clouds, a bit like rain clouds, or a stormy weather going on around your head, which gives me the awareness and understanding that there's a lot on your mind. There's an emotional frequency about what you need to achieve and what you need to work through, basically. Okay, Jan, thanks ever so much for working with me today, Jan, and I'm going to leave this lovely lady's energy with you, and she's not a million miles away from your energy. Feels like a sisterly energy, if that makes sense as well. But she's keeping her cards close to her chest as well. But I would love to work with you, Jan, one-to-one, because this lady I really want to work with, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to, yeah, leave that with you, leave that love with you. And thanks ever so much, Jan, for working with me. Brilliant. Okay, thanks ever so much. Right, we have got 10 minutes or so roughly on my clock. So I'm just going to have a look and go through the list a little bit there. Okay. Okay. Hi, Paul Atkins. Lovely to see you, mate. Good to see you. Hi, Victoria. And hi, Mary. Lovely to see you. Okay. Oh, Derek. Okay, Derek. I know you're on later on this event, but I'm going to call you mate because you are a mate, Derek. I'm going to work with you, if that's okay, Derek. And it's great to be able to be focused towards someone who's, you know, I know, but not know very well, but know because we used to be in circle together a long time ago. So that was lovely. Okay, Derek. Okay, I've got a gentleman coming in with the energies that are coming in at the moment. And what I'm going to say, or what I'm feeling that I should say with you, is don't worry. This gentleman is writing in capital letters, big black pen in my head, no, you know, no worrying. No, don't need to worry. He's making me also aware, this gentleman, about either I'm going to say it's slightly off, but you know what I mean. It's like legal documentation, or something to do with making sure that all the T's need to be crossed, all the I's need to be dotted, Derek. Okay. He's making me aware of nothing to worry yourself by, but he's making me aware of like paperwork or writing or typing or emails flying around, which is he's showing me that as well. But he's also showing me hard copies, like A4 sheet of paper with like writing on it and stuff like that as well. He's also making me aware, this gentleman, that he's making me aware of his hair. He's making me aware of like I want to make sure that no hair is out of place, and I'm very focused or very conscious about my hair. Now, whether this is about his hair or your hair, there's something to do. He's making me aware of hair. Now, I know it sounds a bit strange, or it does to me, but you probably know what this means. But he's showing me something about hair. Now, he's also mentioning about a wig as well for you, Derek. Now, I know you hopefully you don't wear a wig, but I'm sure you don't. He's mentioning a wig. Now, I'm going to mention that, and I'm going to say that to you. Now, yeah, he's talking about changing hair and things like that. So whether this is also something, because he's also mentioning about hairdressers as well, or barbers. Now, I don't know whether this is he's mentioning a friend of yours, or who's been to the hairdressers. It's a bit crazy, this message. Or has been to the barbers, or something to do with hairdressing or wigs and that. Something to do with hair. He's not letting that go as well. And he's also putting hairspray, hair gel, and things like that. So I'm going to leave that information with you in respect to this gentleman. He's coming through a bit like he's coming through like an uncle or brother on your father's side or something like that. So he's coming through in that respect. He's also given me the name Robert or Bob or Rob, that kind of understanding with this gentleman. He's also making me aware of him wearing a jumper. It looks very coloured. Looks like the jumper he's wearing is different colours, but the colours run across the jumper like stripes or a pattern in that kind of sense. There's blues, greens, and yellows, that kind of colours in there. But you're going to have to be patient with me because I am colourblind. So I'm trying to work with the spirit colour that they're presenting to me. So hopefully that does make sense. This gentleman, he does make me aware that he has quite large hands, very strong hands as well. So it makes me aware that this gentleman is making me aware for you, Derek, that his hands, whether he is also to do with working with his hands, but I'm also feeling that he's mentioning about healing. Now, spiritual healing and things like that. Now, whether this has got to do with spiritual healing for himself, that he was he's corrected me. He was into the understanding about spirit. So this gentleman in spirit knew and had an awareness and understanding about the other side of life, in the world of spirit, beyond this physical life that he had before returning to spirit, as we all will do one day, which is what I call home. And that's lovely. So in that respect, he's coming through and showing me energy from his hands, because my hands are now getting warm in the center of my palms for you, Derek. Now, he's making me aware that you go to church. Now, that's more of a spiritual church rather than a religious church like Protestant or Church of England kind of church. But he's making me aware of the fact you giving healing to people after a church spiritual service, where you can help people in respect to healing at the end of that service, which I know some spiritual churches do. Well, a lot of them should do that after their service. So I know you're into, this is what I know, you're into all the UFOs and all this kind of stuff, Derek, but that's lovely and that is fantastic. And he's given the thumbs up on that, because there's more, as you would know, about the energy with that kind of understanding and that kind of realm as well. He's making me go and feel now, going down avenues of depths of awareness for you. And I don't want to go too deep in this respect because there's other people on this live video today, but there's a lot of depth behind you. There's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of spiritual feeling through substance. Now, you would understand what that means when I want to hold my fingers together and rub something. Like, it feels like I've got a bit of silk or a bit of material between my fingers. That means the substance and the understanding of spirit in a different kind of sense of mediumship, as you would be aware of. He's also bringing in your the understanding about your other half as well, Derek, as well. That he's saying that he's really, really, really proud of you two working as a team as well, not only for you and her, each other. That's Penny, isn't it? I just remembered. Not just each of you, but together coming as a team. He's really proud, and he's giving you a pat on the back. Well done, mate. Well done, son. That kind of thing. He's giving you a pat on the back. And that's really lovely of him. I do feel there's a connection to do with London with this gentleman, because I'm hearing an accent a bit like whether he was Cockney or whether he was around the area of Bow or somewhere like that in London, because he's also shouting out other areas in London like Stratford. He's talking about football teams as well. Now I don't know whether he's a West Ham fan, because I'm thinking Stratford, but then again he's talking about football teams as well in London as well. So I'm going to leave that with you, Derek. I think I might have gone over my time with you, but lovely to work with you. Send my love to Penny as well. Maybe she's on here as well. So that's lovely. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. I managed to do 3 contacts with the world of spirit today, and I hope everyone did enjoy that live video today. I'm sorry that I couldn't get around all of you, but as you know, there's quite a lot of people on here, and we've only got a short period of time today for this lovely event that Amanda and Jackie are putting on today for us all. So just want to make you all aware that I do one-to-one readings on Zoom, on Skype, or even on Facebook. Please give us a message. I'm not begging, but please give us a message if you want to work with me, and of course allow me to work with spirit and to help bring that love and that guidance and that energy through to you all. Thank you ever so much. Give us some likes, thumbs up, share this video, and make your friends and family aware that if they're not already aware, that there's options to help people in connecting with their loved ones. So thank you ever so much, everyone, for listening to me today. Thanks, Amanda and Jackie, for giving me this opportunity today to use my computer and to go live on Facebook for the very first time. So thanks ever so much. Hope to be going live more often from now on. Thanks, everyone. Thanks ever so much. Bye for now.